What's up, everybody? I wish I was coming to you with better news. The only good news is that I'm here with a camera in my hand, filming myself, talking to you guys. I know you've missed me, but this video here is not going to be fun to make. I just got a call from my guys at the detail shop, the one that we built, the one that we've gone through hell and back with, and they informed me a tree just fell on the roof. And it's this pine tree I've been eyeing up for a long time, and it beat me to the punch, which hurts. Plus, I was supposed to go to the cabin in the coming days, and my excursion died today. So it's been a bit of a day. And I just had PT, so I'm feeling a little tired. Anyhow, let's try to be chipper, shall we? My buddy Brian's gonna pick me up. We're gonna get fuel and go see if we can fix this roof situation. Mwah! Let's get after it. Maybe if you grab the bar, oil, and the fuel, we're gonna load up with some gas because my other chainsaw stuff is at a buddy's house. Want that non-ethanol. 1 gallon. What you been sucking back? Pop-Tarts? What is this, the 90s?
I'll get some Pop-Tarts in the morning.
Dude. Nah, yeah, it may have like lessened the blow, but dude, that's this one right here.
Yeah, that tree used to stand straight up.
Used to stand straight up. Yeah. So here's the other tree. That would have been worse. Look at that. That pine is totally dead now. Dead pine, dead pine. This one's obviously dead. Like, look at how long this is. This is what, 120 feet or something? Jeez.
30.
How much water came down?
Fill on that bucket quick.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, but you know what? That's not as bad as I thought. Spray foam. My rigid spray foam just popped right out. Oh, nice ladder. So we're thinking that this tree here, this little pinner boy, reduced the blow, and I think I do believe them. See, that branch got caught up in it, and now this little tree is just leaning over. So we'll see what the damage looks like up there. As you can recall, the guys who installed this originally did the worst job in the world. And so, you know, the bar was very low. Okay, let's do this here. Do everything out here. Dude, it's just unbelievable. All right, we're going up.
Slippery?
We're gonna find out. It looks like it's right on this corner, right where the branch went through. I mean, I can't really see it in there, but thank you, Lord, for that tree. Whatever you did, we're thankful. Okay. Well, I'll just cut some of these limbs at the very least. Decent amount of tree on here. So there's probably roughly 20 feet of tree. And it's a pine. It's a dead pine. And I'm thankful because I was telling the guys, a pine gets lighter when it's dead, like, and standing like this. So that's what we're gonna hope for. We're gonna be careful up here. but I got a tree to stop my fall. Oh, first pull? Are you kidding me? I have an idea. A blower to blow all the... So when I'm walking here, I'm walking on the purlins. Pretty sure that's what they call it. That's the horizontal pieces that the roof is actually screwed into. 2 reasons. It'll support more weight than being on the flapjack 36-inch wide panel. The whole roof shook when he shut the door. It's a 36-inch wide panel, and there's really no support other than rigid foam, unless I'm on the purlins. Second reason is there's these screws, and if I walk on the screw heads, they act as a bit of a cleat. They dig into the sole of my boot, which gives me grip. But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get the blower and blow all the small stuff off because I'm gonna slip on a leaf. And like I said, this has been a rough week. Put my dog down. I had a failed root canal and my tooth fell out. My excursion died today. I'll get into that. And this fell on my detail shop. Yeah, you don't have to go all the way up. Just enough. All right, thanks, buddy. Stuff is not wanting to leave the roof. Yeah. Okay. Go down there. Yeah, huge dent right here. Ball buster. I'm maxing out my poor old concussion head. When I first built my original cabin, I wasn't really prepared for how many bugs would show up. Ants, wasps, and all sorts of bugs that like to make homes in a wood-sided cabin. If you don't deal with pests early, one bug can quickly turn into thousands. That's why I was excited when Pesty sent me their kit. Everything comes in a box. The pro-grade pesticide pros use a rechargeable sprayer, mixing bag, even gloves. Plus, it's got simple instructions. It takes less than 10 minutes to get everything ready. I just spray around the perimeter of the cabin and I'm done. I even like the adjustable nozzle because in the eaves of my cabin, all sorts of bugs like to create their homes. Pesty customizes every treatment based on your location, season, weather, and the bugs you're dealing with, so it's made for your property. Instead of paying hundreds for traditional pest control, Pesty starts at just $35 per treatment. And there's no scheduling appointments or having strangers on your property. That way you know exactly what you're spraying, where you've sprayed it, and you have full control. If you want an easier way to keep pests away, scan the QR code on screen or click the link in my description to save on your first order. About another 8 foot of log. But I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing because, you know, once that's cut, you're talking, there's a lot of pressure right there. Plus I'm at the end of the roof and I don't have a tie off. And just all the debris, you know, if you step on this leaf, Bob will no longer be your uncle and he will be doing your obituary. Yeah. Attaboy. Oh no! It's okay. All good. I'll be able to get that. Okay. If I cut to here and it's actually hovering over the roof, we know we're okay. We're gonna leave it and figure out, like, get something to pull it away from the building, because if I'm sitting here cutting and then that's my final cut, and if anything went wrong, I'm going over the edge. Probably not. There it is, right here. Look at that. I think that's all I can do until I figure out how to get the rest of this tree down. Yeah, right here. Boom. That got really... Oh. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Just to give you guys a little taste, look at how sick this thing is. Ceramic coating, everything, but look at that. Could have been worse. It could have been way worse. That's where it punctured, right there. Phew. Maybe this will be my new work truck. Morning, everybody. New day for me, same video for you. We're headed to Lowe's, grab some stuff, and then we're gonna patch up that roof today because we've had crazy weather. I don't want it to rain on our shop because that would not be good. So we're gonna fix it today, patch it. There's a piece of metal, I think it'll work. With a lot of sealant and screws, we should be okay until we decide to replace the full sheet. But if it works, it works. You know, c'est la vie. All right, let's do this thing. So we're gonna take this, a hot piece of metal, and we're gonna overlap our gap, or, you know, the broken bit. I just wanna rinse this off, make it look a little prettier. Not so obviously awful. Yeesh, it's hot up here, man. What we're gonna do first is put our sealant. It's really just this top section, and we'll do the bottom section too. Okay. Oh, dude, that's not cool. Not ideal. Oh, I just got my gun in it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Looks pretty good, you know? It's not the world's cleanest, but I think it'll play out. Till next time. Figured I'd film this because I miss making stuff. I miss making content. I miss making content. I don't love that term. One of these days we'll sit down, we'll have like a podcast about how I feel about YouTube. There's so many things that I absolutely love about YouTube. But this is one of the things I don't love about YouTube is when you're in a position where maybe you can't go out and create content, or in my case, just the story of the cabin build. I can't do it. That pressure of not creating content or episodes or stories or however you want to look at it is insane, because this snowball that I've spent so long pushing up this hill and it getting bigger and bigger and bigger is melting faster than I can blink my eyeballs. So that kind of sucks, but it's okay. I know that at the end, if at the end of the day, there's 1,000 of you guys that are encouraged and like me doing this, that's enough for me to keep doing it. Maybe not financially enough because this does get expensive and my truck broke and blah, 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 blah. Who cares, right? I try to treat this as a hobby. There was a time I treated it like a possible career path, but there's so much pressure, man. Jeez. It's like, I ain't gonna work for the man. I'm gonna work for YouTube, which is like working for a million the mans. So guys, I love you. I am working so hard to get back to a place where I can drive myself out to the cabin. But now that I'm without truck, it's looking a little harder to do that. Anyhow, hang in there. I am hanging in there. We will see you on the next one. Mwah. Peace.